On today's Star Wars Top 5 video, we count down the 5 greatest Mon Calamari ships within Star Wars Legends. Hey guys, this is EckhartsLadder. Hello and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Top 5. Today, we are looking at Mon Calamari warships as they existed within Star Wars Legends. That means that although I do love the new Raddus that should appear in Episode 8, because it exists only in canon and not in Legends, it does not make this list. Mon Calamari ships were absolutely ubiquitous within the navies of the New Republic and the Rebel Alliance. Star Wars Legends material would often refer to these ships generically. For example, it would call something a Mon Calamari heavy cruiser, while not really explaining what that meant. In today's video, we are only looking at designated ship lines. Coming in at number 5 is the Rebel Alliance's most powerful vessel and the most famous Mon Calamari ship type, the MC-80. There are actually several sub-variants within the MC-80 line. We see, for example, at the Battle of Endor, Liberty, Home 1, and wingless MC-80 types. However, despite some of these differences, the line does share several common features. Chief among these features is a high degree of durability. Mon Calamari ships generally were known for having very strong shielding. The MC-80 line took this technology and paired it with a well-designed advanced hull. MC-80s were very difficult to destroy. Not surprisingly, the Rebel Alliance often used them as flagships or as frontline assault cruisers. Although the MC-80 was not able to match the firepower of many larger Imperial ships, its sturdiness and ability to carry fighters into battle, as exemplified by the Home 1 type, made this an incredibly effective ship. The MC-80 was also practically designed and created with the best available technology, further cementing its role as an effective command cruiser. Coming in at number 4 is the MC-90, which was a natural evolution from the MC-80 line. Whereas MC-80s were typically repurposed ships used in a military capacity, the MC-90 was designed with battle in mind. The ship carried over all of the benefits of the MC-80 line, also maintaining a similar size, while fixing the one key weakness of the older Mon Calamari vessels. The 90 had a heavy focus on weapon system, almost doubling the amount of guns of the previous model. This ship was well suited for slugging it out with other high tonnage capital ships. Being that the MC-90 was a dedicated military warship, it's also likely that there were further improvements in technology, perhaps even in the areas of shielding and hull strength. Coming in at number 3 is the Mediator class battlecruiser, and this, like the MC-90, was a warship designed for the New Republic by the Mon Calamari. Unfortunately, we know almost nothing about this ship other than that it was quite large, it was powerful, and it was an evolution of the Mon Calamari line. These ships were workhorses for the New Republic during the Vong invasion, standing alongside its larger older brother the Viscount and helping to defend key worlds. As I said though, we don't really know a lot of the key details about this ship. We don't even know how large it was. The Viscount Class Star Defender was said to be twice its size. However, the original Viscount was not the 17-kilometer long behemoth that we all know and love. To me, it's more likely that this ship was around the 2 or the 3-kilometer mark, based on how we see it perform against Vong ships of a similar size. And I do know that that's kind of going back on how I've previously talked about this ship. What we do know, as I mentioned, is the purpose for designing this ship, which is a frontline battle cruiser, and the fact that it was so useful. Arguably, this ship could come in at the number 2 spot if you think that it's closer to the 9 or 10 kilometer length, but its place at least number 3 cannot be argued because it was definitely more powerful than the 80 and the 90. Coming in at number 2 is the MC-140, and I know, when you look at this ship, you do not think Mon Calamari. Much of that is because this ship was actually used almost 100 years after the Battle of Yavin, and we do know that starship design philosophies by this point have changed completely with a focus on smaller, more effective ships. I guess it shouldn't be surprising too that Mon Calamari aesthetics and really design choices have changed along with the times. To be honest though, the 140 is more like a Star Destroyer than a true Mon Calamari cruiser. Like a Star Destroyer, the 140 focuses fire through the front of the ship. Classic Mon Calamari designs scatter turbo lasers throughout the entire ship, eliminating blind spots even behind the vessel. Still, this ship was extraordinarily well armed, armored, and was created with the best technology available at the time. Although I do question some of the MC-140's design choices, I think there's no denying the effect of pure firepower and almost 100 years of innovation on a starship's deadliness. To be honest though, I know it's from the Legacy era, so based on that alone, some of you will either hate it or love it. Let's go on to number 1, and it should surprise no one that it's the Viscount Class Star Defender. Although initial ships of the Star Defender line were sized in line with the traditional Mon Calamari ship, later versions of the Viscount would come in at a whopping 17 kilometers. This ship was meant to be the New Republic's response to enemy dreadnoughts, and it showed. The Viscount not only had the technology that makes all Mon Calamari ships great, but was also armed like a super Star Destroyer. This was truly one of the best ships within Star Wars Legends. The Viscount was absolutely crucial during the Yuuzhan Vong invasion, participating in major events like the battles of Mon Calamari and Yuuzhan Tar. Another thing that sets this ship apart, perhaps even from Executor class Super Star Destroyers, is its carrying capacity. We know that the Rebels and the New Republic typically have the best starfighters. Well, this thing could carry thousands into battle and single-handedly turn the tide of wars. The Dreadnought version of the Viscount blows every other ship on this list out of the water, and I'm fairly certain that it could take all 4 of them at once. That, however, is just my opinion. Did I get this list right? Did I miss something? Let me know down in the comments. Also, of course, as always, let me know what you'd like to see for future video topics, and of course, if you liked this video, don't forget to leave a like and a nice comment. If you haven't checked out yesterday's video about 5 ways to kill a Jedi, I highly recommend it. I spent a bunch of time on it, I made it with my fiance, and I really think you guys will like it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. As always, this has been EckhartsLadder. May the Force be with you.